I'm Kyle Richardson, and welcome to another installment of the Blazer Brief. We have been away for a while because of COVID restrictions and remote learning, but we are back now with new interviews and new reporters. We are, however, still following social distancing guidelines. This means only one anchor behind the broadcast desk and only one person in the control booth. For our first story of the semester, Angelica Weich spoke with Toby Peterson, Director of Library Services and the newly completed Learning Commons, and about what students and faculty can find inside the renovated library space.
How long have you been working at HUD?
I started here February 20th, 2004. So in a few days, I will be here 17 years.
Okay. In your 17 years, how has the library changed at all?
Well, it's changed a lot. You know, the library was built in 1991, 92, and I think that was the year that America Online was sort of introduced to the masses. So when they were planning for the library originally, technology, the boom wasn't quite what it was or what it is now. So that was one of the reasons for the redesign, was to kind of, you know, make it more sort of technology friendly and friendly to the way students are using technology today. So it's changed a lot, at least through technology especially.
What are some main features that students can see within the Learning Commons?
So we are centralizing some of our academic support services. So the IT help desk is here, student success is here, and the library is here. So it's sort of a one-stop shop for student support services. There's a cafe now in the library, which we think is really great. Supports kind of long stays in the library. Hopefully we'll have coffee soon. We haven't had the coffee maker working yet since we've been in the space, but we'll get coffee in there soon. So that's really good, the cafe. I think, you know, as far as the design goes, architecturally, some of the glass that has been introduced really brings in a lot of daylight, which, you know, enhances the mood and makes it a better atmosphere for studying and learning.
What are some restrictions that students can find here?
Some of the COVID restrictions, I assume. So, of course, as you can see, we are requiring masks in all of the shared spaces in the library. The library is off limits to anybody who's not, you know, a student, staff, or faculty on official business with the college. We have a lot of chairs that have do not sit signs on them to promote social distancing. And we are asking students to limit eating to while they're seated in the cafe area to help prevent the spread of the virus. The stairs have been marked one way up, one way down to you know, help with the social distancing. Some of the study rooms, we've changed the occupancy on those to meet the COVID restrictions to also aid with social distancing. So some of the rooms that would typically seat 20 people, now we have an occupancy of maybe 8 or 10.
What are some key technology features that students can find in the Learning Commons?
So we have about 16 new study rooms, and we put technology in all of those spaces. So they, you know, really helps with collaboration, group projects, screen sharing. We also have floor-to-ceiling whiteboards that also aids with, you know, creativity and collaboration. We've got digital signs that are interactive over in the lobby area. So, you know, we'll have important campus information on those signs, but they're also interactive so people can go up to those and touch them and use them. The one on the very left is the one that's the libraries, and you can actually go through the whole library website and look up a book. It's pretty cool. There's also the video wall. So we are still working out what the programming will be on the video wall, but we expect there will be some like events there where people can put on presentations in the cafe area.
Where are the books located?
Most of the books are on level 3. That's where our general collection is. We are a Dewey Decimal Classification library. So Dewey Decimal Classification goes by numbers, 001 to 999.
And has it been busy within the Commons since opening?
It has. You know, as I walk around and look at the study rooms, they're almost always full. And we were kind of concerned opening in COVID, because when we visualized the library, we went out and visited several other libraries, and we found that students generally sort of congregate or use the most the study rooms and cafe areas. And so when we designed the library, we really doubled down on those spaces. So we wanted to have a cafe because we saw that that was important to students, and we wanted to have a lot of study rooms. But then COVID hit, and we're like, are the study rooms going to be as popular now that students have kind of moved a lot of their learning online? But I think what we're finding is the students might need to get away from their roommate in the dorm and come in and get a study room and take their Zoom classes in the study room. So yeah, it's been very busy actually. And it's funny, you know, when you walk in the library, you might not see a lot of people at first, but if you were to count everybody in the building, you would find that the library is being used heavily.
And what was the motivation for the renovation?
Well, I talked earlier a little bit about the technology and how this building was built in 1991, 92, and so we couldn't have foreseen the technological boom that the world experienced. So that was part of the motivation. This was also in the campus master plan. The last campus master plan that was created was to renovate the library. Libraries are kind of experiencing a change where we are kind of making room for people by not having as many resources like books. And not that we want to get rid of books, but you know, there are a lot of books in the library that students aren't using. So we've kind of moved to a mindset of just in time as opposed to just in case. Because over the years, we've received donations, and we will go ahead and put it in our collection just in case someone will use it someday. But we can often get books from other libraries throughout the world through interlibrary loan in just a couple days. So we're kind of moving to more of a just-in-time sort of a kind of mindset. So we're making room for people to come into the space and use the space.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I guess what I would like to add is that if anyone who watches this video sees anything while they're over here using this space and they have any recommendations or suggestions for us for changes or additions, to please reach out, let me know. My door is always open.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, for giving us the time for an interview. If you haven't visited the new Learning Commons yet, I encourage you to stop by. There's plenty of spaces to socially distance and plenty of natural light to go around. Well, that's our show for today. Until next time, I'm Kyle Richardson. For all of us here at Hood College Broadcasting, be safe, be healthy, and keep those masks on.